my name's Daniel. I'm 19. I've been mountain biking for about 3 or 4 years now, and I really like mountain biking just because I get to be out in nature and get to shred some cool trails. So yeah. Yeah, so I actually started mountain biking about 4 years ago. Friend Alex got me into it, and I started off on like a Schwinn bike from like Academy or something. And so that was not designed for mountain biking. So let's just say I upgraded pretty quickly, and then I upgraded to a GT Backwoods, and that was really a great bike. I really learned a lot. I progressed a ton on that, and then about 2 years ago, I decided to upgrade and get this guy right here, the Trek Roscoe, and I've been loving it ever since. So yeah. What makes mountain biking unique compared to like maybe road biking or other disciplines is there's just a wide variety of terrain that you'll be riding over. Sometimes you'll be going through muddy stuff. Sometimes you'll be going over really rocky, dry, powdery trails. You have jumps. You have all sorts of different things you have to learn how to ride, like going around berms, and it really is. It can be a challenge. So it's very different in that respect. Honestly, I ride probably about 50-50 between myself, and I usually ride with one other friend. I have done quite a few group rides where I've gone with multiple people. Sometimes there's one I did where we had like around 10 people in our group, so that was pretty big. The only downside of that sort of thing is it gets so big that you have to stay with everybody in your group, and you basically can only go as fast as the slowest person. So there's nothing really wrong with that, but it's a different dynamic than riding, say, by yourself or with a friend. So yeah. So as far as the trails I like riding, my favorite would probably be just kind of your fast and flowy, just kind of semi-downhill stuff. That's pretty fun to me. And my least favorite, I mean, I'm not very picky, but my least favorite are probably like the really, really rocky stuff with the huge rock gardens. It's kind of flat, which you have a lot of here in Central Texas. And it's honestly just not my favorite. You get a bunch of rocks, and it just limits your speed and cornering, and I don't know, it doesn't have the same, I don't really have the same interest in that. So as far as technique goes, I'd say, like, for example, if you're cornering, like say I'm making going around a left turn, you're gonna want to lean into it a little bit, and then you're gonna want to have your left pedal up and then your right pedal down to balance your weight out a little bit and help you just kind of go around that turn, give you room to lean a little bit. And then another thing that I sometimes use, if you're going over like really bumpy or rocky stuff, you want to use the bike. You want to move with the bike and kind of, you don't want to be super stiff. You want to kind of pump your arms and kind of go with the flow of the bike. So that way it doesn't kill all your momentum, especially if you're going through like really rocky or bumpy stuff. So yeah. All right, so some differences between like a mountain bike and just your standard bike would be definitely the wheels and tires. You got to have strong wheels, and you got to have for your tires. It really depends like what specific type of terrain you're riding in. If you're riding in a lot of like muddy stuff, you're gonna want some big knobby tires, but it just really depends on like what your style of riding is and where you ride as to what tires you should get. And then another big thing would be your front fork here, your suspension fork. Some mountain bikes even have a rear shocks, which mine does not, but these forks are just great for just soaking up lots of the big bumps and help keep your bike planted, and just soak up some of the shock of the trail. And then probably a third thing, which is become increasingly popular in the recent years on mountain bikes, is a dropper post right here. I really like this because it allows you to get lots of pedaling efficiency, but whenever you need to like go down, do like a jump or go downhill, you can just boom, push it down there, and then you have plenty more room to move around. So yeah, so I'd say those are probably the three big unique features as far as mountain bikes go. So some advice I'd have for some beginners and first-time riders to mountain biking would be, it's really not as much, your bike's not as important as it is. You just to keep pushing yourself, and it's going to take some time. You're not going to be a great rider overnight, but you just need to get out there and ride, really as often as you can, and just push yourself a little bit more each time. You don't need to go out and crazy and be able to, hit huge jumps necessarily after, in one whole ride, but just keep getting a little better at certain techniques and little things here and there, just each ride, and it really starts to add up after a while. So yeah, that'd be some advice I'd have for some beginners. So that's a little bit about me and my hobby of mountain biking. And I just say, encourage anybody watching this to just go out and, try out, find a good place, legal place to ride, and just test out your trails and see how you like it. It's really nice just to be out in nature. Even if you're not the best rider or anything like me, I'm not great, but it's nice just to get out here and just enjoy nature and enjoy the fun trails and get out with your friends. And it really is just a good opportunity to exercise as well.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, so I'm not a super athletic person, but I like mountain biking because it allows me to go out and kind of participate in my sport without having to, without having to worry about being the best or anything. I can sit out here and just, have a good time and just keep improving on different techniques and whatever it is.
You